Every year, Duval County collects tons of trash, and all of it gets thrown in one stinky pile at the landfill, about the closest to the county line as possible. Our tax dollars are supposed to make it so, like clockwork, once a week, a truck will scoop up our portion and wheel it away. But what if it just doesn't happen? As in, they never come and get the trash. Turns out, plenty, and I mean thousands of people in Jacksonville know the feeling. People like Mike Salenza.
I've actually made a run to the dump myself because I can't depend on them to pick up the trash. So what do I need them for? I'll take it myself. Just throw it in the pickup
truck.
To the
landfill?
To the landfill, yeah.
Over 45 minutes away?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There's also Evelyn's story.
They would come and get part of the street and not get the rest of the street.
And then there's Tracy, who says she once paid Republic drivers cash to get her yard waste removed after weeks of it being missed.
He said something like this, meaning they would like some money. And I said, oh, do you mean that the only way you're going to pick this up is if we give you something? And they said, yes, ma'am, if you want this all gone, yeah, that would be pretty helpful.
It's not just these three people. We pulled the number of complaints about trash collection from the city of Jacksonville. City records show since August of last year, close to 80,000 complaints came in about missed trash collection. 33,000 of those were complaints an entire street was missed.
This is truly not about you missing one person. This is about you missing the entire neighborhood.
That's Councilmember Joyce Morgan. She's been dealing with the brunt of this issue since she began as a council member years ago.
We're dealing with all of these shootings, all of the things that people are saying are bad about our neighborhood. The last thing that you want is trash sitting in front of your garage for days and days unchecked.
Of the more than 79,000 complaints across the city, nearly half involved Republic Services, which is responsible for different areas, including Morgan's district. One of the company's other areas is zip code 32218 on the north side. There were 10,000 complaints there alone. Last year, Republic had so many issues with not picking up trash in neighborhoods. The city sent them this letter telling Republic to fix the problems or the city would cut their contract. But Republic promised to clean up their act, and they did get a second chance. Fast forward a year and a pandemic later, and the city sent the company another letter threatening to end its contract. Because as it turns out, the trash complaints got worse. The company was charged over $163,000 in penalties. But months have gone by, and the city hasn't made good on either notice to terminate Republic's contracts. So why is this happening? Republic says, for one, more people are throwing things away. Republic also says sometimes customer reports get entered incorrectly. Republic sends a supervisor to the location, and there's nothing to collect because they're at the wrong place. But Republic is still deemed in violation. The company also said it's because of the pandemic. 27 of their employees have been sidelined due to COVID during the time frame of the complaints.
Okay, but it is important to point out that Republic had issues with the city way before the pandemic. The first threat the city made to cancel its contract was in October 2019. That's months before the first case of COVID-19 was reported in the U.S., much less Florida. And it did come after a year filled with complaints about Republic. It's also important to point out that the other private companies the city contracts with, they get their complaints submitted to the city in the exact same way as Republic, didn't have nearly as many issues reported to the city. For example, Waste Pro, they had more than 22,000 complaints submitted to the city in the same time frame. Advanced Disposal, close to 10,000. But Republic, they had more complaints than both companies combined.
Jacksonville city leaders say the biggest problem for Republic Services may be the commute the trash haulers have to the city landfill. In an October letter to the city, Republic says in August, its trucks waited a total of 344 hours at the landfill compared to last August. That amounts to about 12,000 homes not having trash collected due to delays at the landfill. Republic Services told council members they're planning to create a transfer station, basically an in-between where haulers can drop trash and go back to their route. The city has also been contemplating a larger transfer station for all private trash companies.
How long could it take for Jacksonville to see this transfer station?
A minimum of 2 years.
So where does that leave thousands of people in Jacksonville who can't get their smelly trash picked up?